Lesson number 3 on numbers. I got one number here. I can increase or decrease the decimal places. Now here it is already up to 4 decimal places. Suppose I increase, because there is no data available, it will give 0, 0, 0, etc. I can decrease it to 2 decimal places, 1 decimal places. Now 67.99, that should become 68.0. 1 decimal place. 0 decimal place. This is how you play around with the numbers. There's one more command called round. Now I have my data is in B2. If I say round B2 to 2 decimal places, now that entire number is so much. I'm rounding it up to 2 decimal places. For 98 becomes 99. And this becomes permanently 0.99. Now if I try to increase the decimal places, it will show 0, 0, but it will not show 76. So when it is rounding, it changes the value of this to the decimal places that we require. But if it is only format, the original number remains as it is, even if you are not able to see it. Because here it will show this much, but the actual value is shown here. So this is formatting. What you have done is formatting, where the original value remains. Whereas whatever done here is, though we have taken the same number, it has been changed to, for example, this one is, the actual number is, so here it will change the value permanently. Suppose I make, instead of 2, if I make 3, it will show that 988. And even if I increase, decrease, that value will not, will remain 988 only, because we are rounded off to 3 decimal places. So that is the displayed value. So this is the displayed value. If I, there's a displayed value, but actual value remains same because I use this formatting things. 1000 separator. Now suppose I got a big number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 digits, so it has to be a crore, but very difficult to see it. So in that case, what you should do is right click, format cells, and in this one is a number, obviously. Let me take 0 decimal places. I can reduce the decimal places and use 1000 separator. Now 1000 separator will show the American system, not the Indian system. No, it is showing, because in my laptop I changed it to Indian system. Otherwise it would have shown 12 million. In my laptop you can configure it so that it shows the Indian system. If your laptop does, if your PC doesn't have that configuration, it might show as 12 million 34 345, because here we are using thousands, lakhs, and crores. In the British system, they will use millions, thousands, and numbers. So here in our case is 1 crore 23 lakh 45,678. So that is how we use the 1000 separator for clarity of reading. Now currency, you got a list of amount in an accounting database here. Now how you change the frequency? So here you come, control right click, sorry, not control right click, then you go to currency. I can have 2 decimal place also if I want, and I can change the currency to anything that I want. Let me see, Singapore dollar. Then I say okay. Everything will come in this Singapore dollar. Suppose I want to change this into pounds. Format cells, It is in currency already. Now I will go to English, Thailand, Trinidad, English. Now where is British pounds? Is it UK? Scottish, English, United Kingdom, pounds. Let me say I do not want 2 decimal places. I want only 0 decimal places. And I click OK. So I got in pound sterlings. That is how you put the currency symbols. Next is percentage. Now 0.25 it is there. I want to convert this into percentage. I can do 2 different methods. One is format cells and I call it as percentage, 2 decimal places. I'll make it 0 decimal places and say OK. It will come to 25%. So 0.25 is nothing but 25%. If it is 1.5, that will be 2, it is shown here, but I can increase the decimal places, it will come to 1.50. So whenever you write 25%, suppose you write 0.25 and then percentage, and that actual value will be, if I change it to format cells and I make it number in 2 decimal places, that comes out to be 0.0025 because it is actually 0.0025 because we are written 0.25 percentage. So 0.25 percentage will be 0.25 divided by 100. That will come to 0.0025. Fraction. Now if I just write 3 by 4, it takes it as a date. It takes it as 3rd April. But I do not mean 3rd April. So I have to format these cells, come here and say format cells, and then call it as a fraction before entering any data. Then I say I want up to 2 digits. So in that case, I can type now 3 by 4. I can type. I can write 23 by 45. I can write. It will remain as it is. Now, why does it become 3 by 3? Because moment you write 3 by 4, but if I want to show it as 3 by 4, but without any number value for it, another method of doing it is put a inverted comma single and 3 by 4. But it is 3 by 4. Now, suppose this is 1 by 2. And if I say I want to find out the sum of this 3 by 4 plus this 1 by 2, it will show some odd, totally different things. It has nothing to do with this 3 by 4 and 1 by 2. So be careful. That's why the common mistakes in some other numbers. I don't know what is 92169 is. It is showing it is sum of 3 by 4 and 1 by 2. But if I have formatted these 3 together and I said format cells as percentage. Now there is a scientific notation. Now you got a big number, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Big number is there. Such big numbers, the value is there, but it is displaying it as 1.23457 e to the power of into 10 to the power of 14. The value doesn't change. How it is displayed can change. So this is called scientific notation. Now, if we do not want so many decimal places, I can reduce the decimal places, but still the value will remain same. So whenever you find that it is showing something which we did not type, it is showing something different, but that is not the case. But if you want to see it also the way you have typed it, we do not want it to be converted into scientific. Go to right click and go to format cells, and then you say number. I want the number to remain as it is, and I do not want any decimal place also. I can change it and say okay. Now it's showing hash hash hash. That is because it doesn't have enough width to cover all these things. Then you come here and do auto fit. The number will be displayed. That is how you do the scientific notation. Scientific notation display of numbers, big numbers. Next we have alignment numbers. Now let us say I'll make more space for it. Whenever you make more space, this number will shift to the right because that is a characteristic of a number. If you want the number to go to the right, if you want the number to go to the left, you can do that. That is using this button. This is this button. This is to go to the center. This is to go to the, otherwise default for any number will be like, if it is for a text, for example, if it is my name, that will be always left justified. But I want this to be also to be treated as a text. For example, if somebody's phone number is there, some number is there. Now this is a comprising of numerics, but it cannot be treated as numbers for any purpose. We're not going to take two mobile numbers of people and say, okay, what is the average mobile number? We don't need that sort of transaction. So we can as well keep it as a text. So how to do that is just put one inverted comma single. And then it comes, it is once you made a mistake, this looks like a number, but you are declared as a text. Is it by mistake that inverted comma has come? No, we have not put the inverted comma deliberately. But Excel wants you to know that it knows there is an inverted comma there. So such numbers where we don't need to do any arithmetical processing, we can put one inverted comma here. And that will be automatically left justified because now it is considered as a text. Negative numbers. Suppose I got a number minus 250. Now you can decide how it has to be displayed. Again, right click, format cells, number, and here I can say I want it to be in red. Number can be in red for accounting purposes. Decimal places can be changed, but I want in a different manner. In some companies, there is a method by which we put a bracket there. So in that case, you have to put a custom. So I can put, it has to be, let us see what comes out of it. It is same thing. Now let us say format cells. It is number. Suppose we want the number to be shown in red color as well as a bracket. So in that case, what to do is you go to format cells, and choose this one. It is already built in, or you can type whatever you want. 0 semicolon in bracket, in square bracket red, bracket close, bracket normal bracket open, minus 0 bracket closed, and you say okay. It will come to minus is also there, red is also there, bracket is also there. So this is called by going to right click, format cells, and custom. Suppose you want this number to disappear from here. We do not, suppose you have got data, some data I'll put here. I'll put some random numbers, rand between 1,9. I'll put some numbers. Then I'll transfer this other cells also. I'll here also. Suppose I want some numbers not to be seen. So 9 I do not want, 8 I don't want to be seen. These 4 digits I do not, 4 numbers I do not want to see. So you say, after having selected that, you say format cells, custom, and just type 3 semicolons. 3 semicolons. And say OK. The 3 numbers have disappeared from there, but they are not gone from there. They are there. They are there. The formula is there. They're there. Suppose you want to see, copy, paste special, paste values. Now these 4 cells, they are looking blank, but actually the value is there. They're looking blank. So it is hidden from the eye of the person who is seeing it, but Excel knows that there is a value there. How do I get it back? So you go to the same thing. You say custom, format cells, custom, and I'll call it as a number with 0 decimal places. Okay. The numbers have come back. So that is sometimes useful when you do not want to show the number to. We'll have some exercises while you're doing charts, etc. So red color with parentheses. Now there is one more in accounting. Now you can format these cells, right click, format cells. There are 2 types of one, currency and accounting. And let us put this 0. What is the difference between, suppose I change one number. I change this number to just 3 digits. I change this number to 1 digit. Then I put currency here. I'll put rupee here. Right click, format cells, currency, 0 decimal places, and I say OK. Now, I not put currency there. It's not selected the currency. Format cells, currency, 0 decimal places. Now, suppose I make it only 239. The rupee is tagged along this last digit here, first digit here. Suppose I make it as big number. So there is no alignment for the rupee because it is touching the number. It looks ugly. So in that case, what you should do is the whole thing has to be selected. One more method of selecting is just be anywhere. Just put Control A. Because a small data I can do that. But if it is going up to 10,000 lines, then selection becomes difficult if you have to just drag it. So be in any place and just put Control A. It selects the whole thing. Now, right click, format cells. You call it as accounting and 0 decimal places. Now you can see all the rupee is coming so far because we have got so much of width unnecessarily here. I reduced it too much, that's why the number is not visible. Okay, now all the rupees are in one line and all the first digits are in one line. So easy for you to say, okay, this is only a small number 23 and it looks cleaner. Otherwise the value doesn't change. So when you say format cells, you get into accounting. You are able to align the currency symbol in one place to the left. So there is better alignment. So try all these things for your work on formatting numbers.